Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Clay. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. And I'm certainly hoping that you're doing better than Prince William at this point, because Prince Harry came back home and shut shit down and honestly showed William and Kate what a working royal is supposed to do and what they should have been doing. Yes, I know Kate and her illness and such, but William could have took the standard of, I'm gonna be the husband that steps up and is forefront with the kids, yet and still is working and going to engagements. That would have got him so much more respect. But it seems like he just like gave up and loosened the strings on everything and let everything go and was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go on vacation and buy houses and shit. And then his brother comes back to town, is getting all of the press in the world, okay? Goes to Clarence's house, has a 55-minute meeting with his father, and what we could only imagine what they spoke about. I wish I was a fly on the wall. I saw a picture of Harry like right after that meeting, and it did kind of look like he was flushed. There was some emotion on his face, so I could just imagine. I wish I would have been a fly on the wall. Oh my god, it would have been insane. But Clarence's house, 55 minutes, having a conversation with his father alone, I'm assuming, and William's not there. If I were William, my brother, who is literally at this point his nemesis, comes back home, has the press eyes all on him. He literally is making William have to get up out of bed and work every day, putting events and engagements on his calendars that previously were not there. And then you have a 55-minute private meeting with our father, and I don't know what the fuck y'all talked about. And then not only do you do that, you have the press eyes on you. You're getting positive press with the British press, and they're basically begging you to come back home and calling you and your wife boring in the press. The only thing that can make really a conversation is Kate's hair and her hair pieces and whether or not she's blonde or not. Oh my goodness. And then he goes to Ukraine. He goes to Ukraine and they're gifting him everything. He's like, this one picture that I saw of him, he has like the Ukraine flags around him and he's up there. Look, this is what a future king, a young future king with a thriving family, this is literally what the next future king and queen of England should be doing, is Harry and Meghan. But they can't do that because they have Kate and William in the way, and their mediocrity is so glaring at this point. Not even the British media that literally was like on their knees for them previously, they can't even stomach it anymore. They're calling them boring, flat out. And it's just so crazy to see, and I'm so happy that I was on the right side of shit all this time. And all the hate that Meghan to this day still gets, which I kind of think at this point is maybe bots, but I mean, there's still like real life people who, want to remain in that frame of thinking, to each their own. But I just feel like it's so glaringly obvious what is happening for Harry to come back home and then all of a sudden Kate and William have to go on all these engagements that they previously wouldn't have gone to while they've been vacationing and buying homes and doing nothing the fuck else. Like, Princess Anne is doing more engagements to them collectively. And it's amazing to see. I love it. I absolutely love it. They have, people over in Ukraine giving, jams and spices to send back home to Meghan and little recipes that she can make. I mean, it's just wholesome, and you can see him. He's like so real with it. It's just natural. He's a natural born leader, and they're mad. And William has to be seething. It's just human nature. It's just human nature. The spare, who was supposed to be the one who, didn't get the attention, is now overtaking you, and everyone's calling for him to be exactly what you are. It's just, he is up in them houses having a fucking fit. I do want to apologize for the noise in the first few minutes of this video. I was watching my reality trash TV and I did not realize the noise was picking up so much from the background, but hopefully it's a lot more silent for you now. But I will want to say happy birthday to Harry. He turned 41 yesterday. Meghan let us know on Sunday he was back at home to enjoy, I'm sure, the splendid birthday festivities that his wife, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, planned for him. And he looks wonderful. I love the little thirst trap she posted for his birthday. I know that they had a great time. I know whatever dinner was set was beautifully done. Maybe she probably even cooked for him personally and set up their little table so nice and was out in their garden. And she's just such a homemaker. And she's really inspired me. Even like last weekend we had a little family gathering and my mom was like, okay, we're going to do a charcuterie board. And I was like, okay, charcuterie. I've never done my own charcuterie board, but Meghan has. I kind of had an idea of what she had going on. I went to Pinterest and I just went into it and I think I made a lovely little charcuterie board. The only thing I will say is I wish I had like more of like a little decorative plate. And I also wish I had better little utensils. But as I go into my new phase in life and build my household and my hosting tools, I'm going to have like little things like that so that when I'm hosting, I can put out stuff. But anyway, all that to say, happy birthday to Harry. I hope that you had a splendid day yesterday and enjoyed Meghan and your two little ones. And it's so funny because, yes, he was over in the UK for a few days and people were ready to just say, you know, he can't stay away, he misses his home and this, that, and another. No, Harry has made it very, very clear that he regrets nothing. Not even writing The Spare. It was the story that needed to be told. He regrets nothing. And he said he loves his life and he's never coming back to cut ribbons. Like, that's just not what he's going to do. He went back to go and honor and be a patron to his charities that he still has back home and do right by them. Like, I just don't get where people aren't understanding. Like, it's not like he wants to come home and he's miserable in his life with Meghan and his kids and their home in Montecito that they've built. Like, that's just like not even, it's delusion, honestly. But I'm happy to see that he's made that statement and let people know through his own words, he's not coming back. He's not coming back. Even the British Daily Mail, okay? They put up a headline, William and Kate have become the prince and princess of boring. This is why they need to stop sulking around and take a leaf out of Harry's book, or risk Charles' wrath. Wow. And it's so funny because she put that title out, Amanda Patel, and a few days later, I guess the firm, the establishment, got to her, you know, their comps team, and she had to redo her headline. It now reads, I'm so disgusted with myself for the cruel things I said about Kate. I'm choking on my words now. I know the truth. Kate, I'm just so sorry. So I guess they fed her some narrative, some story, gave her some type of insight, because really that's why the British media are turning against them, because they don't know what the fuck is going on. They're not telling them anything. They're not doing anything. So they're like, okay, we're going to make up our own shit. And now we're really going to write about the fact that you're boring and not doing shit. So maybe they fed Amanda Patel a little bit of something on the side. So now she understands. But this simply isn't a good look for the future king and queen of England. To not be working. What charities? What is your fucking mission statement? What are y'all like called to do? And a lot of times, like, when we're going through shit, it helps us feel better and better about ourselves when we're of service to others and helping others. And I feel like maybe potentially that would help Kate. She's feeling, you know, this transition with the cancer and trying to get better and this and another. If she gave of herself of service to all of her different charities, maybe she would feel better. Now, of course, people will say, well, she's probably doing stuff behind the scenes. Not everything has to be photographed like Meghan, this, that, and other. I'm like, when you are the next king and queen of England, everybody knows you do engagements. There's a whole schedule. This is what is done. and people kind of expect to see you going out and about to different engagements, doing charity work, kissing the baby, shaking the hands at the food bank, at the food drive, soup kitchen, what have you. And the last time William was at a soup kitchen, he got a picture of him with this big ass pot. He's stirring some bullshit. Literally, it was probably empty. And the burner's not even on. You can see there's no fucking flame. All of this is just very performative from Kensington Palace. Their comps team, the establishment, is doing William and Kate so poorly. I don't know what the fuck their plan is for when Charles, departs. I'll say that. And it's time for them to step up. The time is now to get started, not then when he's passed and you have to scramble and try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Charles is old, so why not start the planning now? It makes no sense. I'm like, who are these people that they have working for them? It's insane. Here's another headline. Prince Harry's lively UK tour is William's worst nightmare. Like, they just keep coming. Keep effing coming. Another article from the Daily Mail. Why William is more determined than ever to cut Harry out of his life, as Charlotte Griffiths reveals how he's been driven to rage by his brother's brazen return plan. Why? Because your brother decided to go visit his charities and be an actual patron and do some work and showed you up, so now you feel a type of way, and now your own father had a 55-minute meeting with Harry alone in Clarence house, and you probably don't know what the fuck they were talking about? Another article from the Daily Mail. If you mention him, he'll throw you out of the room. That's a quote from the headlining article, Why William is More Determined Than Ever to Cut Harry Out of His Life. It's not looking good for them. Not looking good for them at all. They need to get it together before it's too late, because I fear that they're already losing. Even like the royalists, the people who stood beside them staunchly, like the Daily Mail, the UK Daily Mail, reporting headlines like this? Come on now, come on. And then there was another little tidbit I saw from Dumois. They kind of do like blind items, anonymous tips that are sent in. And so apparently there was this blind item sent in about the British royals. And it says an announcement will be made either right before or after the upcoming funeral. Very significant, to say the least. So apparently, if there is a funeral in the near future, be on the watch out for some royal announcement. We could speculate all day long what that truly means. What immediately comes to my mind, I'm not even going to put that out in the universe, but I think Harry would do very well at being a king. He's already displaying kingly behavior. And I think that his father Charles is watching everything behind the scenes, getting his newspapers as he's sitting down for his breakfast in the morning, and he's seeing how his two sons are being written about. He's seeing how William, the supposed next King of England, is doing nothing. Steps out, looks haggard and gaunt. Shave your face, William. The beard look is not for you, honey. It's just not. And then it's really sad that the most interesting fucking thing that they could talk about for Kate is her pulling her fucking hair back, or whether or not she has extensions in or not, or her putting up her hair without a hair bow. Like, that's what y'all have to report about on Kate? Oh, it is a sad state of affairs over in the royal family. But of course, I would love to be a fly on the wall in Kensington Palace and all the plethora of homes that the royal family have for William and Kate, just to know what is going on, because clearly something is up. I'll see you guys in another video. Okay, I'm back. So I just saw today that the royal family did indeed go to a funeral for, I guess I'm reading, the Duchess of Kent. So we see Charles, we see Sophie even out there, William of course, and we see Kate. And
You know, they love to do body language, behavior analysis when it comes to Harry and Meghan, but the analysis sure are quiet when it comes to William and Kate, although it always looks very icy between the two of them with a lot of space. Like they don't even stand together like they're married or have any type of intimate connection. It's just, look at that space between them. Anyway, so seeing this today, I'm like, is this the funeral that Dumois was talking about in that blind item that was just recently put out? And so should we be expecting some type of royal announcement? We'll see. If so, of course, I will be letting you know. And now I will see you guys in another video.